my name is Kat, and today I want to talk about October releases and my TBR for this month. So this video is being sponsored in part by Disney Hyperion and Random House. And there are a lot of really awesome looking books coming out in the month of October. But I managed to narrow down a top 5 that I personally am most interested in, so let's get started with that. First up is The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan, and this is out on October 6th. This is the first book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series, which is Rick Riordan's newest mythology series that focuses on Norse mythology and a boy named Magnus Chase, who discovers that he is the son of a Norse god, and naturally all sorts of chaos and adventures ensue from there. I just love Rick Riordan's books. I think they're so much fun and they're filled with humor, and this book is actually told in first-person point of view, so it's more reminiscent of the original Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, which is my favorite, and I can't wait to get into this one. Next up, I have here Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, which is also coming out on October 6th. This is a fantasy novel that is based off of a fictional fantasy series that was featured in another novel also written by Rainbow Rowell. Are you following me here? This book does stand on its own though. It's separate from Fangirl, even though the main characters and the world of this book were kind of introduced in Fangirl, but this is, I believe, a standalone. It's completely separate. Not completely, it's kind of separate. But anyways, there's a magic school and arch nemesises, and it's Rainbow Rowell, so I'm sold. Then I have here 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston, and this one is also coming out on October 6th. This is one of those elusive standalone fantasy novels, so that alone has me intrigued. And if you couldn't tell from the title, this is actually a retelling of 1001 Nights. There's this king who keeps marrying new girls only to kill them, and when the main character's sister is chosen as his next bride, she decides to go in her place. What looks especially interesting about this one is how mysterious it is. We don't even know the main character's name or her sister's name, and of course there's the whole mystery of why the king keeps killing his wives. I've also heard that while this book is a bit slower paced, it's also very rich and beautifully written, and I just hear beautifully written standalone fantasy and I am all about that. Like, I'm here for that. Then I have here The Rose Society by Marie Lu, and this is out on October 13th. This is the sequel to The Young Elites. It's book 2 in this fantasy series that's kind of described as X-Men in a Renaissance-like setting. I really enjoyed the first book. I loved how dark it was. Like, the main character is more villain than hero, and I just find that so fascinating. And the way book 1 ended just left me very much anticipating the sequel. So I'm planning to read this very soon here. And finally, I have here ILLUMINAE by Amie Kaufman and J. Kristoff, and this one's out on October 20th. This book is kind of hard to describe because it really looks like the kind of thing you need to experience. Not just read, but experience. It's told through this collection of documents like hacked emails and military files and interviews, and it basically chronicles the invasion of this planet. And I just can't get over how cool this book looks. It sounds cool, and the format is cool, and the cover is cool, and it's been blurbed by cool authors like Laini Taylor, who you guys know I love. I'm very, very excited to read this one. And if you missed the announcement, ILLUMINAE is actually going to be the Booksplosion Book of the Month for November, next month. So I'll definitely be talking more about this book soon, but in the meantime I will put all of the read-along info down below in case you're interested in joining us. So those are the 5 new releases of October that I am most looking forward to, though I feel the need to give like an honorable mention to J.K. Rowling, who has 2 books kind of, coming out this month. There's the illustrated Harry Potter book that's about to be released, and then of course the third Cormoran Strike novel. And now my top 5 is kind of a top 7, and I could probably go on and add some more because there's a lot of cool books coming out in October and it's overwhelming. Anyways, moving on. As I mentioned in my September wrap-up, I am currently reading Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which is the Booksplosion book of the month for this month, October, so I will go ahead and put all of that read-along info down below as well. There are some other books that I'm planning to add to my TBR, but I want to do like a spooky Halloween themed TBR, so I'm gonna do a Halloween reads type video pretty soon here where I recommend some of my favorite scary spooky books and also talk about the ones that I haven't read yet but I want to get to. So that's coming soon, but for now, jar. There's only 3 left! Only 3! Only 3. Do I even need to shake it up, really? And now, I close my eyes and I choose this one. Ooh! Can you see it? Can you see it? So my TBR jar challenge for this month is to read a book I DNF'd, a book I did not finish, a book I gave up on. Second chances. We're all about second chances this month. I've actually had a book in mind for this challenge since I created the TBR jar back in December. I thought to myself, when I get this challenge, I will read Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is actually kind of the perfect book to read in the beginning of October because it's Banned Books Week, so I should read this. It's been banned. It's about banning books. I should read this. But yeah, there you have it. Those are my reading plans for October, and that is gonna be it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great night, and I will have another video up soon, so I will see you then. Goodbye!